My name is Rajendra Samput. I come from the University of Bolton, which is based in Greater Manchester. Bolton is a town centre. I'm the recruitment lead for South Asia for this university. My task is to counsel and recruit quality students for the university. The University of Bolton offers many different types of programs, both at the undergraduate and postgraduate level. Uh, Generally speaking, we offer courses in business, engineering, creative studies, law, psychology, games, sports science, and a host of other different types of programs. The University of Bolton has a scholarship scheme. It ranges from 1,000 to 3,000 pounds, depending on the merit and the academics of the students. These are meritorious scholarships, and we offer scholarships at both the undergraduate and postgraduate levels, and even for PhDs. We work with authorized referral partners in Nepal, one of which is Bizz Education. I would definitely suggest students visit Bizz Education here in Kathmandu. They have knowledge of all our admissions procedures. They are also able to provide guidance and counseling for UKVI Tier 4 visa submissions. The reason I'm here today at Bizz Education is to counsel good quality students and to talk to them about what's it like studying in the UK, uh, what it's like studying at the University of Bolton, what they should be aware of, what they should and should not be doing, the importance of making sure that they attend their classes, do their assignments, and to really benefit from a quality education afforded by a university such as the University of Bolton. Generally speaking, I found Nepali students, very enthusiastic. They're very well spoken, and they are students, that wish to come to the UK for one purpose, and that's to obtain quality education. So we are very pleased with that. One of the things I would definitely suggest is visit Bizz Education. We offer a variety of programs, and make an application, which will be reviewed by us. And if you do come to the University of Bolton, all I request is that you put in all the effort to ensure that you obtain a quality education. Therefore, making sure that you attend your classes, do the assignments, and ensure that you are progressing into the course that you would like to do.
My name is Simone Petty. I have recently got general student title for visa from Bolton University for engineering, civil engineering courses. Bolton is the Crown University of the Year in Greater Manchester, as well as awarded a silver rating in TEF. With the help of social media, I knew about the UK fair, which is happening in Bizz Education. During the fair, I knew about civil engineering courses from different universities, and among them, I chose Bolton University, which is suitable for me. Bizz Education helped me a lot during my visa processing, documents, and interview. They are very professional, and I am very happy to become a part of them. I highly recommend to other students who want to study abroad to visit Bizz Education. Thank you.
We want every student to be able to travel to our university campus safely. That is why we are providing all our full-time students with the use of a bicycle so they can choose not to use public transport. We are also installing body temperature scanners at all of the entrances to our campus. These scanners can detect anyone that potentially could be unwell. Once inside the campus, we are also providing all of the necessary safety equipment, including masks, gloves, and hand sanitizer. So that everyone can keep 2 meters apart, we have installed a clear and simple one-way navigation system around campus. We are dedicated to ensuring all of our washroom facilities are regularly checked and cleaned. The 2-meter rule also applies to our classrooms. Normally, such spaces would accommodate around 25 students, but now we are reducing that to around 5, so everyone can study safely with peace of mind. We are also protecting students by installing screens to help our staff conduct their lectures safely. We are even using hygienic keyboard covers to make sure all of the common contact points are safe to use and COVID secure. These rules don't just apply to classrooms. Workshops and laboratories have also been designed to be COVID safe. And that's not all. Like all of our buildings, our library is now operating a one-way system. Each student will be allocated a social distance trolley to collect books, which limit the number of students in this space at one time. It's not all hard work. Even in our social zones, we have introduced new safety measures, including 1-meter high screens on smaller tables, larger distances between tables, and more snack stations so students spend less time queuing for that cappuccino or sandwich. We have also rolled out online learning materials and access to more digital resources alongside traditional paper documents. We have also introduced a simple system to reduce on-campus congestion by providing allocated sessions so that face-to-face tutorials can continue. We are also encouraging 12 hours per week of physical on-campus time so that students can still enjoy the benefits of university life whilst remaining safe. So what does a COVID-secure study environment look like? Welcome to uni as it should be. See you in September for sure.
Hello, this is Dr. Faraj Edraim from the University of Bolton. I'm pleased that I took place in the development team that developed the master's program for data analytics and technologies. So as academics, we keep an eye on what is going on in the industry, and we try to translate that in our academic student-centered learning programs. And we also try to equip our students with the essential skills, transferable skills that employers look for. Boundaries between the industry sectors are collapsing. We can see the application of data analytics imminent in professions such as the medical profession in terms of disease risk assessment, government and public sector in terms of emergency response and crime prevention. And we can also see the application of data analytics in the business and management profession in terms of digital analytics and lead generation and trends analytics. When we designed the data analytics and technologies program, we kept in mind that we need to bridge the gap between the industry practice and what higher education institutions have to offer to the students. The program is designed to attract applicants from different disciplines, different stages of their careers, and to equip them with the right skills to be competitive in the employment sector. In the University of Bolton, we pride ourselves to deliver a student-focused learning model, and we deliver a holistic approach to teaching. In the current developments from September 2020, we aim to deliver face-to-face teaching combined with distant online learning applications. At the University of Bolton, we pride ourselves to be in the top 5 list in terms of student satisfaction, where we combine student-centered learning model with a holistic approach of higher education. From September 2020, we will deliver a combination of a face-to-face education with online distant learning. Our academic staff are highly experienced with extensive subject knowledge, industry experience, and industry networks. On behalf of the Data Analytics and Technologies Master's Program, which is part of the Career Development Programs, I would like to welcome you all to the University of Bolton and look forward to see you in campus in September 2020. Thank you.
Hi, myself am Ayush Tamang from Orion Sarlai, and I have completed my +2 level from CCRC, Koteshwar in 2018. And further study, I choose an UK university, that is Bolton University of Greater Manchester, and my course is Bsc Business Management, and I have got visa with the help of Bizz Education Consultancy. And well, Bizz Education Consultancy helped me a lot in visa processing, university selection, and interview preparation, and so on. So I would like to thank to Bizz Education for my visa success and for my guidance. So I would like to suggest those students who want to study in UK university, so they can visit Bizz Education Consultancy. Thank you.
It's a two ways. One, industry comes and shares their knowledge. Two, we share our knowledge with the industry for their benefit. But at a fundamental level, it benefits our students by finding more placements and appropriate placements in their respective subject area. The knowledge transfer partnerships probably are one of the most successful government-funded programs running for nearly 40 years in the UK. This is a UK-wide program. It's a simple program, but highly successful program. Knowledge transfer partnerships works on a simple mechanism where if your company, whether it's a small business or a large business, if your company has a strategic opportunity or a strategic problem, let's say you want to innovate, develop a new product, access new markets, then the university could help in defining that strategic opportunity or a problem into a project. The university has the skill set and knowledge to help the business to develop that new product or to access new market or exploit a new technology to improve your profitability or sales. So it's a simple mechanism of university and the company to come together so that each of the parties benefit. So we make sure, and we will work with you closely throughout these 2 years of KTP to make sure all the benefits that were defined in the project proposal are delivered. Defining the tangible outputs for KTPs is critical. When we develop a knowledge transfer partnership, we define what are the benefits for the company in terms of sales revenues, in terms of new product development, in terms of newer markets, in terms of profitability. That's absolutely inbuilt to the knowledge transfer partnership. Industry collaborations, partnerships with companies, both small and large companies, regionally, locally, and nationally, are absolutely critical to the University of Bolton, both in terms of improving the employability skills of our graduates, providing them real-life work experience, but also to share, apply, and transfer knowledge that we produce in various expertise areas in the university. We have a wide range of platinum programs, ranging from our nursing degree, engineering, mechanical engineering, motorsports engineering, dental technologies, special and visual effects, games, and so on. Now, these programs are high quality undergraduate and postgraduate degrees where we deliver excellent teaching based on industry partnerships which by the completion of the programs, the graduates will get into good jobs in the industry. Our graduates studying on those platinum programs get direct experience of the industry. Industry professionals coming and teaching on those programs. We're also providing the placements with companies because of these industry collaborations. Well, over the years, the University of Bolton has delivered a number of KTPs successfully in a wide range of functional areas. These include areas like operations management, business process optimization, exploitation of information technologies, state-of-the-art technologies, engineering, improving manufacturing process, material science, and so on and so forth. We have delivered a number of these projects, both with small businesses as well as large companies. In terms of industry sectors, we delivered KTPs in a wide range of sectors again, starting from IT industry, in retail, logistics and supply chain, aerospace, automotive, manufacturing, and so on. So in both functional areas and industry sectors, we delivered wide range of knowledge transfer partnerships. Most of the KTPs to the University of Bolton comes through referrals. What that means is when we do KTPs and industry collaborative projects, we deliver with a lot of value and also support, so that it creates a real value for those companies in terms of profitability, sales revenues. It's critical that we have industry engagement as a core part of our strategy. It is important because our graduates must have the right skill set, right expertise going into the job market. So we make sure that our graduates are fully prepared for the job market, and for that, industry engagement is key. So our industry engagement is growing every day.
Employability is a critical aspect of the course. We make sure we maintain employment links, we give placement opportunities, there's opportunities to raise teams. We also make sure we embed core skills needed for life in industry. The NCME embodies something called project-based learning. So what we do is we build on engineering fundamentals in the first year, and then we embody a real-life industrial scale project in the second year, and you'll design and develop your own race vehicle. That's pretty unique.
I chose Bolton because they have a good variety of courses on the engineering department.
This facility, brand new facility, is fantastic. We have a brand new workshop. We have brand new computing equipment upstairs.
The lectures are really helpful. They're really easy to understand. And if you don't understand something, they'll change the method of teaching so that you do understand it.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The amount of support is just unbelievable. And I think because there's not a lot of students in one class, so you kind of get this more personal relationship with teachers, and it's fantastic.
The best element for me is the fact that we get a lot of outside work, so we do a lot of track work and work experience, and internships are available, quite a wide range for this course.
It has to be, without a doubt, the British Rallycross. That was my first proper experience of motorsport, hands-on in a team environment, and to be able to take that from spanners at the very beginning of the season all the way up to managing data for the finale, where we won in incredible circumstances. It was just a fantastic achievement and a fantastic start to my motorsport career.
We want every student to be able to travel to our university campus safely. That is why we are providing all our full-time students with the use of a bicycle so they can choose not to use public transport. We are also installing body temperature scanners at all of the entrances to our campus. These scanners can detect anyone that potentially could be unwell. Once inside the campus, we are also providing all of the necessary safety equipment, including masks, gloves, and hand sanitizer. So that everyone can keep 2 meters apart, we have installed a clear and simple one-way navigation system around campus. We are dedicated to ensuring all of our washroom facilities are regularly checked and cleaned. The 2-meter rule also applies to our classrooms. Normally, such spaces would accommodate around 25 students, but now we are reducing that to around 5, so everyone can study safely with peace of mind. We are also protecting students by installing screens to help our staff conduct their lectures safely. We are even using hygienic keyboard covers to make sure all of the common contact points are safe to use and COVID secure. These rules don't just apply to classrooms. Workshops and laboratories have also been designed to be COVID safe. And that's not all. Like all of our buildings, our library is now operating a one-way system. Each student will be allocated a social distance trolley to collect books, which limit the number of students in this space at one time. It's not all hard work. Even in our social zones, we have introduced new safety measures, including 1-meter high screens on smaller tables, larger distances between tables, and more snack stations so students spend less time queuing for that cappuccino or sandwich. We have also rolled out online learning materials and access to more digital resources alongside traditional paper documents. We have also introduced a simple system to reduce on-campus congestion by providing allocated sessions so that face-to-face tutorials can continue. We are also encouraging 12 hours per week of physical on-campus time so that students can still enjoy the benefits of university life whilst remaining safe. So what does a COVID-secure study environment look like? Welcome to uni as it should be. See you in September for sure.
Hello, I'm Dr. Joanne Smith, Associate Teaching Professor at the University of Bolton, working in the Faculty of Health and Wellbeing, and would like to talk to you today about the new Masters programmes that we are running from September 2020. The Masters are an exciting offer for us in terms of career development and looking at ways in which you can develop your skills within areas or come into a new area after your undergraduate qualification. So the Masters that I'd like to talk to you about is the MSc in Human Society, which is divided into 3 different disciplines. The first one is Social Care, Health and Wellbeing. The second one is Community Development and Youth Work. And the third one is Early Childhood Studies. And these reflect areas that we have got a lot of experience in the area of health and wellbeing. And so we are bringing our expertise at undergraduate into a postgraduate environment. And we hope to offer something which is exciting and new and will help you in the development of your future career. So I'd just like to tell you a bit about the way in which the Career Development Masters have been developed and the way in which they will be delivered. So the idea is that you will be given the opportunity to think about your career, not just in the first instance, but your longer term career. So we know that when we work with people in society, the skills that we need are often around things like leadership and innovation and teams and how we can develop our interpersonal skills. So with this master's degree, you will be able to make a difference within the community and society by understanding what society needs and the ways in which communities have been developed from the basis of either of the areas that you've looked into. So some of the things that will be undertaken in addition to thinking about your developments within your career are actually specialist things within things like integration and collaboration, so that we are able to look at different approaches that professionals take and different ways in which they can contribute to the experiences of vulnerable people within society, young people within our society and children within our society. And the difference that we're able to make is to that community, to the people and to the families. So it's a really important work and actually really rewarding as well. And in undertaking this master's degree, lots of opportunities will come to you to make a difference within those areas. We'll also be looking at diversity within our communities and ways in which people have different experience of being within the community and how that affects them within their life. And we can then think about life opportunities that we might be able to offer. We're very fortunate because in Bolton we've got a very diverse community, and it gives us an area that we can consider in terms of knowledge that we can gain, that we can then take onto our career to make a real difference to people and the way in which they experience our communities and their place within our society. So it's very rewarding. So just to reassure you that one of the benefits of coming to Bolton is that we have a very student-centred ethos, and if you've studied here as an undergraduate, you will know that, and also you may know the reputation of Bolton, and our focus is very much on students. So even though this is postgraduate study and you might expect that you're going to be very independent, and you will be, you will also be supported throughout the process. So we will help you, we will give you the guidance that you need to be the best that you can be within the university. We hope to see you in 2020. The campus is ready, the team are ready. We hope that you will come and enjoy your postgraduate study with us, and the master's degree will help you to be set up for the rest of your career.
Namaste, my name is Kavita Tamang. I'm from Bhaktapur. I recently got Tier 4 student visa from a University of Bolton in BA Honours Accountancy. I have applied without IELTS through grade 12 English score, and I also got £3,000 scholarship from Bolton. Before applying the UK, I researched a lot. Then I got to know about Bizz Education, who provide me a lot of information for further study in UK. Bizz Education helped me in each and every step of my visa processing and interview preparations. I would like to heartily thank to Bizz family for helping me in documentation, and I would recommend to those students who want to study in abroad.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us once again for this new session starting from July 1st. So it's good to have you all here, everyone watching us live in Facebook and everyone joining us in Zoom. I'd like to welcome you all once again to this UK Education Fair. A lot of change since the last fair till June. The last fair was on June 29, and today, July 1st, we have a lot of changes. Like me, myself, we have started our office in the UK, and our Nepal team we have already opened our office in Nepal as well. So these are some of the change that has happened, and all of these changes can be in other parts of the UK as well, in the university that you are planning to study. So our main intention is to bring all this change, bring all this update to you, so that you do not have any kind of confusion in making the application, or just to know about the status of your application. Today we'll have representative from University of Bolton joining us, and this will be a great opportunity for any students from who has applied in University of Bolton, the offer holders, or those who are interested to apply. This is a great platform for you to come in contact with directly with our representative from University of Bolton. Before I begin today's program, I'll give a short introduction of who we are. We are Bizz Education. We have our main office in the UK, and our other branches are in Nepal, Australia, Colombia, and Brazil. We are a registered migration and visa counselors for both UK and Australia. So we help to process visa for both these countries, UK and Australia. We are a team of British Council certified counselors, and we are also run by UK graduates, which means that we will be able to provide you information and also provide you the experience of being a UK student, a student in the UK. As I've mentioned, we have a dedicated office located in the UK, and starting from today, we have already opened it. Definitely looking into the social distance policy. So a quick reminder that anyone wanting to visit our office in the UK or in Nepal, just make sure to make an appointment ahead. As this fair is dedicated to all the dedicated for the university in the UK. So just to give you an information that we have over 50 partner university that you can choose from, depending on different courses or location. But today specifically, we'll have the representative from University of Bolton, and I see that Raj Sampatji has already joined us. Welcome, Rajji. Thank you so much for joining us. It's good to see you. So I'll just give a quick introduction on University of Bolton, and then we'll go ahead with today's session. So any student who's interested to study in Bolton, which is a large town in Greater Manchester, this will be an ideal university for you, as it is just 20 minutes away from Manchester. As you can see, it has the university has bagged a lot of accolades, like it has based on the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide 2020, it has ranked 5th in the UK for teaching quality, top 5 in student satisfaction, and definitely TEF Silver. As I've been mentioning all the time, that TEF stands for Teaching Excellence Framework, which assesses the university based on its teaching. So it is TEF Silver. Talking about University of Bolton, it provides wide range of courses. So any of your interests, you might be able to pick one of the courses from the wide range of courses available. The IELTS is optional in this university, depending on certain academic qualification, which will be further described by Raji himself. The fee is definitely affordable, ranging from 8,500 to 13,000, and it is also one of the #1 choice of students, especially Nepalese students who would like to have an experience of being a student in the UK. There are already more than 50 Nepalese or international students that we have, Bizz Education have successfully sent. Bizz Education is also the official partner for official agent for Bolton University. As you can see in the images here, that Raji has never failed to take part in our fair and counsel the students directly, have a conversation with them. Here you can see how he is giving one-on-one counseling to the students. Some of these students are already here studying in Bolton University. So it is always a great pleasure to have Raji join us join us to our fair as well. He has been taking part in all of our fairs that we've been holding since May as well. So having said that, I would like to welcome Raji once again. Raji, welcome.
Thank you very much indeed. A very good afternoon to all of you, and I hope you're keeping safe and well. I'm happy to take questions, as the students ask. So, or would you like me to say a few things? How would you like me to do this?
Raj, can you first, let's start with few of the changes that has happened since your last virtual fair. The last time we heard from you, we came to know about the university making different changes in terms of, the studying method and all that. So if you can get a little bit of description on that, then it'd be helpful for the students.
Okay, first and foremost, we are definitely going for a September 2020 start. We have close to 700 students who are keen on joining us this coming September. The university buildings and facilities are completely being reconfigured and redesigned to allow for a socially distanced, truly British learning experience on campus. We will provide if there are social distancing measures. At the moment in the UK, if you arrive at the airport, you need to socially distance yourself for at least 2 weeks. Insofar as students are concerned, if these measures are still in place by the time they come here in September, the university will provide accommodation for the 2 weeks that they need to be socially distanced. Initially, they will whilst they're in the UK and whilst they're socially distancing themselves, we will obviously enroll them and conduct teaching, on the online platforms whilst they are here. And then, of course, they will then come onto campus once the 2-week social distancing period is over. We are also providing bikes, loan bikes for our students so that they don't have to use public transport. The concept is very straightforward. The idea is very simple. We want all our students to start in September and at least give students on-campus experience for 12 hours per week. Every student will be on campus for a minimum of 12 hours per week to experience a truly British on-campus education. We are also extending the last date of enrollment by which all students need to be here in the UK right through to the end of October 2020. In other words, students have an opportunity to get things sorted out. They can start their courses as late as 30th of October 2020. The other changes that we have introduced as well, if students are interested in accepting our offer, we are only going to ask for a minimal deposit of £300, which secures their place. Once this minimal deposit of £300 is paid, the university will then arrange for an interview for the students over Skype or WhatsApp. Once the students get through the interview, they will then be requested to pay the balance of their fees, and we move on to the CAS stage. We are expecting to start assigning CASs around about the middle of July. What else has happened? Other than that, we are at the moment, encouraging students to make an application to try and see if we can, get an offer issued as quickly as possible, both at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels. We have a very generous scholarship scheme, which ranges from £1,000 to £3,000. And for very good undergraduate students, over a 3-year period, that could be as much as £5,000. We provide over 400 different types of programs, both at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels. These programs cover a broad range of faculties, from engineering to computing, to business, to health and social care, clinical studies, nursing, and a host of other, psychology, education, and a host of other different types of programs. So close to 450 odd different types of programs at both the undergraduate and postgraduate levels. Some of our programs have um, projects and internships that we try and arrange, for particularly at the postgraduate level. These are arranged with some of the industry partners that we have. We work with close to roughly 70 industry-based partners to ensure that students are able to apply theoretical knowledge to the practical skills that they are required to also accumulate. We have some new programs, particularly for those who have a clinical background, such as physiotherapists, doctors, nurses. We have a master's, an MBA in global healthcare management. This program is a unique program, and it's meant for those who have a medical or an allied medical background with at least 2 years minimum work experience. It's a very popular program. We probably have about 25 to 30 students who are already registered on this course and who have accepted our offer. There are still a few more places available. So I would encourage certainly those who've got a clinical background to make an application as quickly as possible. So doctors, nurses, physiotherapists, other types of allied medical professionals. In fact, I think there are about 3 or 4 from Nepal as well who have submitted applications for this program. Other than that, our conventional MBA would require applicants to have at least 2 years professional work experience. The application process is very simple. My colleagues at Bizz Education are well experienced in assisting students, not just in terms of getting an application submitted to the university, but also giving them professional Tier 4 visa assistance and getting through the complexities of how to make a Tier 4 visa application. The university, as already mentioned by Bizz Education, we are in the top 5 for student satisfaction. And in the Northwest, we are number 1 for student satisfaction. We are silver rated for our teaching quality. Our philosophy is teaching intensive, research informed, which means that we place a lot of emphasis on teaching, and our teaching is informed by the research that we do. Our class sizes are relatively small compared to other universities, probably no more than about 15 students, which allows us to give personal attention. We have all the modern facilities that one would expect from a British public sector university. Our history goes back to about 200 years ago. So it's not a university which was only just started, a short while ago. It has a 200-year history. We are a small university in many ways. Our total number of students is probably somewhere between 9 to 10,000 or 11,000 students. Again, this allows personal attention. It also allows students to network with other students from other different faculties. It's a very friendly atmosphere. So I would most certainly encourage students to consider the University of Bolton. It would be a privilege for us to be able to assist you in enhancing your academic and professional objectives. And I'm pretty sure that if you do apply to the University of Bolton, you will have a truly British experience, even under the current pandemic that we are all facing. So to quickly summarize, we are starting in September. The last date has been extended to the 30th of October. This allows students to make sure that everything is done in time. If you have not already made an application, I would most certainly urge you and encourage you to make an application. We will assess applications as quickly as possible and try and get offers out as quickly as possible. Just a little bit about the entry requirements. At the undergraduate level, for direct entry to our 3-year undergraduate degrees, applicants would need to have a minimum CGPA of 2.4. We will consider waiving the IELTS if they've got 2.8 in their in the English element of the 12th standard. we have a certain criteria at the undergraduate level, and that is students should have no more than a 2-year gap post their 12 standard. At the postgraduate level, we accept candidates who've got a 4-year degree. We will accept candidates from Tribhuvan University who've got a 3-year degree. And as I said, there is a wide range of subjects that one can choose, covering a very, very wide area of professional occupations that students may want to enter post completion of their studies at the university. I'm here now as long as my colleagues at Bizz Education want me to be, so I will hand this back to Bizz Education, who will take your questions, and I'll be very happy to answer.
Thank you so much, Raji. That was full of information, and I'm sure students will have some queries regarding that as well. So we'll just go into, I would suggest all the students watching us in Zoom and also in Facebook to put in all your questions. Be as specific as possible so that you can communicate directly with Raji regarding it. So I'll go ahead and take a few of the questions. The first one is by Hari. So he wants to know if there will be he wants to know regarding January intake, first of all.
What will happen is, if for whatever reason students cannot make it for September, they will be deferred to the January intake. Now, that said, we look at things very, very positively, and therefore make an application for September. If you can come in September, that would be ideal, because as I said, we have extended the last date by which you must be here till the 30th of October. For whatever reason, if you cannot make it in September, we have a January intake and we will defer your application to January. But that does not mean to say that you wait until a few months before you make an application. If you are interested in starting in September, make an application now. If for whatever reason you cannot make it for September, we will defer you to the January intake.
So it would be better if the students who are interested to study to make an application right away, and there's always the defer that can be done for January. So.
Correct. Yes, correct.
So so Hari, as Raji mentioned, it's always better to make your place, reserve your place, or just make the application ahead, so that later on in January you'll just be deferred to. The next question is by Alina. So Alina wants to know what health and safety measures will be placed for teaching on campus during this pandemic.
Very good question. On our website, on the home page, is a little animated video, which basically tells you the health and social distancing measures that we have put in place. For a start, the number of students in a classroom will be reduced from about 15 to around about 5, with desks and chairs placed at the appropriate social distancing distance. We are providing bikes as a loan to our students so that they don't have to use public transport. All our cafeterias, library facilities, all of these facilities that we have are being carefully socially distanced, reconfigured. And we expect that students will be on campus, but following social distancing measures, as recommended by Public Health England. As I said in my earlier little talk, the university's buildings, facilities, and every amenity that we have is being completely redesigned to allow for on-campus experience, taking into account any social distancing measures that are required. You should not be worried at all. The 2-meter rule that we have will apply. The number of students in a classroom, as I said, is going to be drastically reduced from about 15 to 20 to about 5. There will be screens placed between lecturers and students. The cafeterias are completely being redesigned and reconfigured so that you can enjoy your sandwiches and your tea or coffee from taking into account social distancing. And there is a video, as I said, on the website. Please have a look at it. It will tell you exactly what we are doing and how we are making sure that you can enjoy an on-campus socially distanced learning experience.
Thank you so much, Raji. I've also kept the link to the website and also to the video that Raji has mentioned in the chat box, so everyone can have a look at it. Raji, just one question. A few days back, maybe 5 days ago, there was this news that University of Bolton has made plans to, fly in students for the semester of September. So is it for all the international students?
At the moment, that possibility is for students from India, China, and Nigeria. What I can consider, yes, very good question. Yes, we might charter an aircraft. What I can consider is if students from Nepal can get into either Delhi or Mumbai. I don't know which airport we might be using. It could be both, or it could be one. If they can get into Delhi or Mumbai, then there is a possibility. As I said, we can consider this. Nepal is not one of the countries where, we will consider, transporting students from to the UK. But I can certainly have a discussion with my senior executive team to see if we can extend this to Nepal, provided, of course, they are able to get into either Delhi or Mumbai, if, or one of those cities where we might fly the aircrafts from. It is there is some information on this on our website at the moment. Of course, we are hoping that air transport and airports are open. All I can say is keep a watchful eye on our website. As that information changes, we will be updating our website accordingly.
Okay, thank you so much, Raji, for that. But is there any kind of minimum number of students that would get this facility, or is it for everyone who has applied?
Again, as I said, at this stage, I'm not privy to further information. We are looking at the possibilities of the kind of numbers we are looking at. Clearly, we have lots of students from India, so that's one of the reasons why, India is one of the countries. We also have lots of students from Nigeria and from China. We have students from other parts of the world as well. But if the numbers justify, from Nepal, then I'm pretty, then I can certainly, have a chat with our Vice Chancellor to see if we can extend it to students from Nepal as well. The only consideration I think we might, the only criteria we might place is that, students from Nepal, come into either Delhi or Mumbai, and we can then pick them up from there. What I can certainly say is if they come, certainly once they are at Manchester Airport, and they will be accommodated for at least the 2-week social distancing period, for which the university will fund their expenses. At the moment, the isolation period is 2 weeks. I think they might reduce it to 1 week, depending on what happens over the course of the next few weeks. So keep a watchful eye out on our website, and I will have a chat with with our Vice Chancellor to see if we can do something for students from Nepal, if there are quite a few who are in this who are in a similar situation.
Well, while we are in that question, Meena here wants to know, this might be for Bizz team as well. So Bizz team who are right now online, you can also answer to this question because it might be related to Nepal as well. So Meena here mentions that all flights are not open yet. How can I lodge my visa and apply for it?
Sorry, Hari wants to answer that?
Yeah, I think I'll answer some questions. Give me a second. Also, give me a second, okay?
Sure. Till then, Raji, you mentioned about the 2 weeks.
Yeah, just I think before Hari comes back to take to elaborate on that question, can I just say I have been informed that the VFS offices in India are opening this week, I believe, or by the 6th of July. Now, I think that means that applications from Nepal, do they go to Delhi for the Tier 4 visa?
No, Raj, no.
No,
They,
they don't.
yeah, they apply from Kathmandu, and I think their passport only they send to Delhi.
Okay, so there is a linkage between India and Nepal as far as tier 4 visas are concerned.
Yeah, yes, Raji. So what happened, like, what happened, like, see, from earlier questions as well regarding, like, you know, a charter flight from Nepal. Okay, guys, we need the number. Okay, because we have like lots of the students, like, they applied for the offer letter and they like accept the offer letter, but it all depends upon how many of you secure your place. Okay, if we got the exact number, you know, like, you know, for the charter flight as well, we need to pay extra money. So we need to know the exact number of the student willing to come from Nepal to Bolton, so we can have an idea to charter the flight or not. Okay, and even for the visa, visa and the flight is two different things. If VFS is open in Kathmandu, so you can lodge your visa, you can grab your visa and wait for government, you know, like a decision to like open the international flight or not. Okay, if Nepal government's like allowed to fly, then of course you can fly, but the visa and the flight is two different things. Okay, now like lots of the application center in India is already open, the VFS already open there. So I hope like in a few weeks time, Nepal, I hope like they will open in Nepal as well. And one thing is like VFS, and secondary, like you need to pay the fee first. You know, that's the third stage. First, you need to get the offer letter. Second thing, you need to make a minimum payment to complete the GI. Then you need to pay the cash. Then only you go to VFS. Okay. So for a student who is like, you know, thinking about the VFS, please make sure you have your offer letter, you make a payment, and then only we'll discuss further. I think it's more like, you know, like realistic, then we can discuss those things, you know, if you make all the process. Because like, you know, Raji and Bolton say that's the first university in UK who said they're going to start their course by September. University of Bolton is the first university. Okay, so that's why I said, if you guys willing to come to UK, we are always happy to help you. See, there are some options as well. We are thinking about that one. It's not 100%. We all thinking about that one, but we need the commitment from our student as well.
And just to add to what Mr. Hari has said, making an application, securing your place is the key thing that you have to do. For whatever reason, as I said a short while ago, for whatever reason, you cannot make it for September, then of course you will be deferred to January. So your place is secured, whether it's for September, January, indeed even May next year. You know, the key thing is to secure your place, and then we have to wait and see what happens, you know, with airports, you know, in your part of the world. So get the application out of the way. That is the first stage. We can then move forward.
Yeah. And other thing, like we have some example on this one as well, because we have a student from January, they are waiting, that we deferred them for May, but due to the COVID, they not fly and they are coming for September. Okay, so guys, like, nobody know about this pandemic. Okay, and like I just say to you, just grab the opportunity now. It's like, say, universities say like they will refund the money. It's not like they will take your money and go run away. They will refund your money, but you need to have to, like, you know, to maintain your things. You know what you're gonna do next. You need to think about yourself first. Okay, and I said earlier as well, it doesn't cost anything to make an application. Once you have the unconditional offer letter from university, at least you need to pay £300 for your secure your place. Okay, guys, please make sure you fulfill those requirements.
We still have a few queries regarding the same topic, like what will happen if we lost the visa and still the flights won't be open. So such questions also are arising. So would you like to say something about it, Hari sir or Raji?
I think Raji.
Yeah, I think, look, the only thing certain about all of this is the uncertainty. Now, what that basically means is that each day, you know, we take each day as it comes. Making the application, there is no charge, no cost, you know, to that. Make the application. If the VFS offices, you know, are are being opened in India, I'm pretty certain that Nepal will follow very, very quickly, because the applications, the actual Tier 4 visa is issued in Delhi for all Nepali students. And I mean, in the UK, the social distancing measures have been eased a lot. People are going out now. You can travel as far as you want. All the shops are open. Restaurants and bars are going to be open, I think, from the middle of this month. And all the facilities that we have back in the UK, are being redesigned and reconfigured to allow for a socially distanced, environment. So I would not worry too much at this stage. The key thing, of course, is making that application. If you don't make the application and you continue to wait, there will come a time when, a university like the University of Bolton will have thousands of applications, and you may actually then miss the boat if you have not already applied, you see. So get an application out of the way as a first step, and then let's wait and see what happens. As Hari said, we are only asking for a minimal deposit of £300. That is to secure your place, and that deposit can be carried forward to the January or to the May intake. So, get an application out of the way.
Yeah, and like similar thing, Ursha, like I'll add something on this one as well. The making the application late. See, we have lots of the application on a January intake, and lots of the application come on a late. Okay, so we're not able to process that time, and those students still in Nepal waiting for the September. Okay, because the volume of the student. University of Bolton, they don't require 200, 300 students in a class. Their class size is not that bigger. Okay, so make sure you need to think about this one as well. Okay, and some popular courses, it's just gone. Okay, don't wait for the engineering course, because they have a good rank on the engineering side as well. Okay, so their courses is really unique, and that's gonna be full very fast. Okay, don't wait. And lots of the students just ask me, what the point, I'll go and do the online course. Guys, you are not studying at home. If you stay at home, if you miss the September, then you're gonna miss a whole year. Correct. Don't forget about that one. You're gonna miss a whole year. And lots of the students asking me, and just they're saying, why I'll go and do the online test. Guys, you are not the only one who is doing this one. UK government allow university to, run their class like this. UK is not it's not underdeveloped, but it's the place of it's the education start from this country. So you need to focus on these things. Okay, bear in mind, please make sure make a right decision right now after this, because last year in this time we already have I said half of the visa already there in my office. Now we are processing applications. So guys, by September, I'm definitely sure if you not make an application by that time, if you guys come to me and say, sir, we haven't got the cash letter by this date, it's not our fault. We are counseling you every month. Raji is giving his time every month. We are discussing everything right now. If that time, if you not make a payment, or if not process your application right time, there is no other them to blame than yourself.
Right. So while we are at this topic, I would also take in few questions which is related with this. Meena here wants to know that we need to make NOC for fee payment as well. But now how can we pay the tuition fee in such case?
Okay. Just want to ask you, is the Ministry of Education open to issue the NOCs?
No, not now, Raji.
Not yet. Okay. All right. Well, look, certainly to make your fee payments, the NOC is required. Therefore, once the ministry opens, then I'm sure you'll be able to get your NOCs and therefore pay your fees. The other possibility is, if people back here in the UK, we are only asking for a £300 deposit. This is a minimal deposit that can be paid, by somebody, who here in the UK. So I don't see that as a problem. and it is when you have to pay the rest of the balance of the fees. Yes, you will need to transfer money, and therefore you need the NOC. But I expect the ministry to open up, because I don't think they are going to remain closed, for too long now. There are many students, who are very keen on studying in the UK. So we just have to wait and see. But the £300 deposit is a minimal amount. You can get somebody, in the UK to actually pay that, so that your place is secured.
Yeah, I'd like to add something on this one as well, because like say, guys, we already have a 20 payment of a student from different university who are a Nepalese nationality, guys. What I'm saying, I'm not forcing you. If those 20 able to make a payment through their contacts, it's your responsibility, guys. You need to find the contacts, and if you need any help, we are here to help you. But what I'm saying, make sure you make a right decision right now, because later on, like say when like they just gone, like if July is gone, then we have only 1 month to process your visa application and your all the cash process. And like Raji, like Bolton, they have their GI as well. You need to pass their genuine intention test as well. So they require some time. So that's why, like, if you think you are coming to Bolton for your further study, please make sure you make a decision.
Right. Also, this is the right time for the students to get in touch with anyone that can help you out in this situation, make the payment of £300, or talk to your contacts, as Hari sir and Rajiya has mentioned. Also, you can always, if you are so passionate about it, you can also contact us, Bizz team in the UK, and we will look into that as well. But we can discuss this later as well. Okay, having said that, one more question regarding something similar. It's regarding the 2 weeks isolation that Raji has mentioned. So the student wants to know if the university will be making the arrangement, but will they have to pay extra for it? Or will it be in the university or a certain location? So something regarding that, Raji.
Sorry, just repeat that question. I'm actually looking at trying to find out where that question is. Sorry, what was it? This is when they come over to the...
Right. When they come over there, and then the 2 weeks isolation that the university will provide, will that be in a certain like university area?
No, we will arrange the accommodation for them for that 2 week period. At the moment, the isolation period is 2 weeks. It might actually come down to 1 week, but we will ensure that they are accommodated. And I believe that we will fund that 2 week accommodation. We are in discussion with a lot of bedsits in and around the Bolton area and the Greater Manchester area. And whilst they are accommodated, for that isolation period, clearly, we will obviously expect them to attend their classes online, and once the isolation period is over, they will then be allowed, to come onto the campus. So that is being taken care of. So I would not worry too much about that at this stage. So we will take care of their accommodation, if that is the answer that you're looking for.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Raji, for that. So having said that, I'll move on to another question, which is related to May intake. So Prabina here, she had applied for cash for May intake and now wants to defer for September. So she wants to know the process for that, and also what revised document will she have to submit?
Okay, in fact, the next question is also related to that. So can I just ask first and foremost, Prabina, yes? Do you know her reference number? Bolton ID?
Bani.
Someone from Nepal team.
Or her date of birth?
Yeah, guys, could you please send us the date of birth of Prabina? Prabina, if you know your number, please, could you text us? Yeah, it's 191 6283.
1916283. Okay, now Prabina says that she has applied for the May intake but wants to defer. She should have received a May to September deferred email.
Yeah.
Can I just request either Bizz or Prabina to send me an email saying that, I would like to defer to September.
Yeah, I think we already accept the offer as well, Raji. We got the acceptance letter and we already accept the offer as well.
Oh, that's fine. Well, if you've got, she's got a September offer, hasn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's all right. All she now needs to do, and I believe she has paid as well. She must have paid.
She already made the payment,
Okay.
for me.
Well, the next thing that will happen, Prabina, is that I will interview you, and my colleagues at Bizz will explain, the interview process. I will send an email copied to Bizz, and so that you are prepared for my interview. Once that is done with, hopefully you will get through my interview, so don't worry. Once that is done, we will then contact you with regard to providing the CAS documentation. As I said, the CASs, we are planning to assign CASs sometime during the middle of this month. A CAS is valid for 6 months, so you can hold on to the CAS until such a stage that the VFS in Nepal are open for Tier 4 visa submission. So just to summarize, Pravina, you will receive an email, and I will fix a date for an interview with you. It will probably be towards the end of this week, early next week. Now that I know that you have paid your fees and you applied for May and you have received your September offer letter as well. There is another one, I think, Hari, in the same.
Yeah, similar, Raji.
Yes. Yeah. What's his number? Do we have his number?
Nikesh, yeah. Guys, can I have a Nikesh number as well?
Nikesh, yeah.
I think his case is similar, Raji. We have got the offer for September and we already submit all the documents.
Okay.
So we are just waiting for his bank statement.
Yeah, what I need to do is he needs to go through an interview as well. So I can prioritize Prabina and Nisesh because they applied for May. They've now been deferred to September.
Yeah, Raji is 19.
Yeah.
191 5915.
1915915. Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing for Nisesh. I will prioritize his interview probably end of this week, early next week, so that they are also clear in terms of anything that we require. And then, of course, once the VFS offices are open in later this month, we hope in Nepal, they can submit that Tier 4 visa. They will need to get their bank statements and everything.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Raji. Few more questions. So there's a question regarding COVID test. Do we need to perform a COVID test like PCR to travel or for visa?
I don't think the VFS, I don't think the UKVI is asking for a COVID test. Obviously, you need to get the TB test done. I don't, Harika, you'll have to tell me if...
no, there is no such requirement till now. But let's see, because why they don't require COVID, because UK government said they need to be here for quarantine for 14 days.
Yeah.
That's why there is no test, but we don't know about the future. But it's better to make sure you have in a good health first thing, and you do the test they require now. The only test they required is TB test.
Okay.
Are your clinics open for TB testing in Nepal?
We need to check, Raji, that one. Yeah, and one more thing, if you done your TB test in May, that you can use that one as well. Okay, because it lasts for 6 months.
Right. Thank you so much, Harisar and Raji, for that. The next question is regarding a course. So Simran here has completed her +2 in science stream with 2.98 CGPA on 2019, and she wants to apply for Bsc Psychology and Counseling course. So will she be eligible to apply, and is it available for September intake?
Okay, we have quite a few psychology programs available for September. Yes, 2.9 CGPA 2019 is fine. I presume, I'm just now checking what subjects she might have studied in her 12th standard. But that said, anything to do with social science, humanities, even if it's a science stream background, 12 standard subject, yes, she can apply, presuming that her English in the 12th standard is the GPA is 2.8. I can consider waiving the IELTS requirement. And yep, she can apply. Psychology is a very popular discipline at the University of Bolton. We have lots of students doing a variety of psychology programs. So please make an application and we will certainly consider it. Make an application as quickly as possible.
Okay. Similar to this question is Munuka here has completed a +2 with management stream in 2018, and she has a GPA of 3.25 and an IELTS score of overall 7 with no bands less than 6, and she is interested to study bachelor in filmmaking. So will she be eligible for this course?
Okay. Anything that is creative, filmmaking, design, architecture, art, fine art, requires a portfolio. Let me just, if you just bear with me, and let me just have a look. There might be a requirement along those lines. So Bani, continue talking and let me just check if I can come back. I'm just going to go off screen for a minute. Just want to check if there are any portfolio requirements for filmmaking.
Sure. Okay. Another query is that another query is also is something related to the creative field. That will be bachelor in photography. Also, Raji, when you are looking for it, when we try to apply, I mean, when the student tried to apply for the course of psychology and counseling, the course was not available for international students, it says.
No, let me, okay, whilst I'm doing this, I'll come back, sorry. So Bsc Psychology and Counseling, let me just check. I would be surprised if it's not available. I think all our undergraduate psychology programs are open to international students. Is it psychology, psychotherapy and counseling, or just psychology and counseling?
Psychology and counseling.
Okay. Yeah, the only program we have is psychology, psychotherapy, and counseling, amongst a host of other psychology degrees. So we've got, a straight BSc psychology. We have got psychology, psychotherapy, and counseling. We have got BSc criminological and forensic psychology. I think she means psychology, psychotherapy, and counseling. That is the only one. And I'm pretty certain it's, I will confirm that in a second, whether it's open to international students or not.
Sure.
Yeah, the program Psychology, Psychotherapy and Counseling, BSc Honors Psychology, Psychotherapy and Counseling is open to international students. There is an application link. So she can apply for that, or she can apply for the straight psychology program.
Okay. So Simran, University of Bolton has this for international student. What I would advise you is after this session, you can contact our Nepal team and look into that as well. So Raji, can I move back to our creative?
Yes, just let me find the program. I think we have.
Yeah, we got like in a course list, we have that one, Raji. In a system, I think it's not there.
It's not, well, it should be there. What is it called in the course list? If you just read it out for me.
Psychology, I think, Rajiya. Bsc Psychology, isn't it?
No, no.
Because
The psychology is not a problem,
Psychology, so psychology is done. So there is that course. We move to the other question regarding filmmaking.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, filmmaking. We need the portfolio, Raj, isn't it?
Yes, I'm just double checking on that. I think that program may require some kind of a portfolio. So the kind of programs we have are special effects for film and television. We have special effects model making for film and television. These are Bachelor of Design. Yeah, anything to do with design, you will require some portfolio. We have a BSc Visual Effects and Animation. So I think if it's a design subject, then there is a requirement for a portfolio. And if it's visual effects and animation, we might also require a portfolio. Just check on that. Yeah, either you have a portfolio or your one of the subjects in your 12th standard must be, a creative subject like art or design, visual effects, animation, photography. These are creative subjects.
I think if someone have a diploma in photography, they are eligible to apply for that one, isn't it?
Yes, we will ask for the portfolio on their photography background. Yes.
Okay. And regarding the subject, the student wants to know what are the employment prospects from this course and what have the previous graduates gone to do after this course.
Sorry, which course? Any particular course?
Bachelor in photography.
Well, anything that's creative is I mean, you can work in any creative industry with photography. So you've got journalism, you've got publishing, you've got the travel industry, you've got you've got publications which focus on travel and tourism. They will require people to go around and find out what's happening, places to visit. Anything to do with photography, event management, it's a whole range of disciplines and a whole range of professions that are open to people with a degree in photography.
Right.
Yeah, and regarding this career future, okay, I'll add something, guys. I just got the news yesterday. Okay, yesterday, all the university published their result. Most of the university published their result of last year. Okay, and 99% of Bizz Education students successfully passed the course. Okay, and out of that, only few of them they achieve dean list. They achieve to make their place in a dean list. Okay, and I came to know one guy who is continuously in a dean list for last 3 years. He secured his placement in one of the biggest freeze maker in UK. Okay, so for job and other prospect, you need some kind of qualities. You need to develop yourself within while you're doing your course here. Okay, it's not you complete the study and you're gonna get the job, because you're fighting with another 100 students or 200 students in the UK. Okay, so you need to be one of the unique on the class, or you need to be one of the best in the class, so you're gonna get the job easily. Okay, so every opportunity is there, but you need to have a good skill and good education. Okay, that's why I already said you that one in a few days time. I'm definitely gonna introduce that guy. Okay, who got those things. So that's what I'm saying. If you have a skill, and if you got the right right university teaching you those things, you're definitely gonna get the job and other things.
Okay. Thank you so much, Arisa, for adding on to that.
Can I, Bani, just a moment? I think I'm actually now reading this question. Somebody called Raj Magar. So I'm just going to see if I can. He's his question is very interesting and very well defined. So if you just bear with me for a second, I'm trying to see if I can show a little 2 or 3 slides. So just bear with me if you can. And then I will ask you to allow me to share the screen.
That's all right.
I'll just read out the question for everyone watching us elsewhere as well. So the question by Raj Magar is that while doing his research on official website of University of Bolton, he found out that Bolton is one of the largest town, but at the same time, there's a lot of competition for job opportunity and other facilities. So he wanted to get some advice regarding how can he prepare himself in advance to make his way through. So that's the question.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a particular slide. Now, this is an interesting question because I get asked this very, very often. And I do a lot of presentations talking about career, when I talk about career counseling and employment opportunities. I just need to find it won't take me that long, I hope. Just be patient. Yes, it's. I've got so many presentations. I need to find the right one.
Yeah, sure, Raji. No worries.
Okay, I think in this time we can discuss about the job and other prospect of Bolton and surrounding area as well. Because personally, I live in a Preston, so I'm a bit close with the Bolton, like only 30 minutes far from Bolton. So how I define Preston and Bolton is like, guys, if you guys live in Kathmandu, Bhaktapur, Lalitpur, if you define like those 3 cities, same like Bolton, Preston, and like Manchester. Okay, Manchester is a bit far from here. It will take 40 to 45 minutes. Okay, Bolton is 30 minutes. Okay, so as for the job prospect, I have mentioned this I think 1,000 times. Okay, job is not guaranteed in this part of world. You need to have some kind of skill. If you got the skill, yes, you can get the job. But see, you need so many things come regarding job. First, you need to have a proper skill, experience, okay, and determination. Okay, these 3 factors, like make a major role to finding the job in this part of areas. Okay, so first you need to do the research, guys, about finding the job in near here, what kind of job you're gonna find. Okay, now this, if you're asking me, the recent time there is no more job for this takeaway or retail, in a restaurant or something like that because of COVID, but there is opportunity in a factory or in a care homes. Okay, so there is a job, but you need to have some kind of skill as well. So as I hope, like my staff in Nepal, we always ask students, don't get the training, go and get the experience. Your physical, experience gonna give you the job, not the training. It's the element. Okay, training is the element which is gonna help you to find the job, but experience definitely counts. I think Raji.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There are so many presentations.
That's all right, Raji. That's all right. Yeah.
I mean, look, there is a skill to finding a job. Yes. First and foremost, you must motivate yourself. If you don't motivate yourself, nobody's going to help you. So you need to have self-motivation. You need to understand your strengths and weaknesses. And there are lots and lots of job opportunities. There are career centers, at universities, including the University of Bolton. You need to make, you need to use the facilities that the career centers offers. There are journals, newspapers, the online graduate recruitment websites. All of these are there to help you to find something suitable based on your academic background. So finding a job, whilst it's a challenge, it is not impossible. And provided you put in the effort, you have to make applications to organizations. Nobody's going to make an application on your behalf.
Yeah.
So, if you don't do that, it's nobody's going to hand you anything on a plate. Let's be very clear about that. Nobody's going to hand you anything on a plate. You have to make the effort to find a suitable job, and use the university's career centers. They will explain to you how a CV is supposed to be written, how you write covering letters, how to prepare yourself for an interview. I mean, these are the kind of motivating efforts that you have to, you have to do. If you don't do that, then nobody's going to help you. So finding a job is a challenge, but there are opportunities, and there are plenty of opportunities in the UK.
Yeah.
In fact, sorry, unfortunately, I can't find this presentation. It is there somewhere. In fact, in the UK, there was a report that was done way back in 2012, and it covered the occupations that are very much in demand, where the UK has shortages, of people, with those particular kind of skills.
Yeah.
And where overseas international students are most welcome to try and achieve those kind of skills. Anything to do with health and social care, allied medical fields, engineering, computing, these are the kind of skills that psychologist is another area, physiotherapists, those are the kind of skills that this country requires, because we traditionally we don't have that many students who enter those professions from the UK. So opportunities are there. You have to find them, grab them, and go for it, and I'm sure you will be successful.
Yeah, and like a simple thing, you're not the only one who is applying for the job. You are fighting with lots of the students here as well. Make sure be in a mind. So you need to make right CV, and if you have a right experience, right education, definitely you're gonna find. Okay, but it not like you just land here and you're gonna start the job. And first thing you need to know, you are not here for the work, guys. You are here for study. Okay, because don't forget, you are here for study first. Okay, because you are paying 12,000 for a tuition fee, and don't ask me to next day and sorry, I haven't found the job. It's not gonna work in this country, guys. I already mentioned before, you need to make your plan at least 3 to 4 months. If you not find the job, you need to survive here. Okay, you need to make an arrangement like that, and if you have a right vision to come here, you're definitely gonna get something.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Raji. Still searching for a presentation, I guess.
I will be able to answer the question, so you can ask me a question.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all right. Raji, there is another question. Yeah,
we're taking in another questions for now, and definitely when you have that slide, we'll go over that slide as well. So Seema here, she has completed her bachelor's in business studies on 2018 with 51%, and also has done her UKVI IELTS, which is overall 5.5 and 5 in writing. So she wants to know if she can apply for a pre-sessional course and what are the procedures for it, and if she's eligible for it.
Okay, so she's done a UKVI IELTS 5.5 overall.
Right.
Nothing below 5, yes?
Yeah.
She has a 5 in writing and nothing below 5.
And her first degree was was it a Bachelor of Business Administration?
Business Studies.
And that was a 4-year course?
No, C is for bachelor's degree. Oh, sorry, he's completed a bachelor's degree. Yeah, I think no, C might not mention anything.
Bachelor of Business is 51%. Okay, yeah, I can see her.
I think this is a 3-year course, Raji.
It's a 3-year course. Yeah, if it's a 3-year course, unless it's
From TU itself.
Yeah, it's TU. Yeah, TU.
Tribhuvan. Yes, we can consider her for one of our master's programs. The IELTS requirement for many of our master's programs is IELTS 6.0, nothing below 5.5. So let me just tell you this.
6.5, not less than 6, Raji.
No, we've reduced for all our management programs from MBA to MSc to, many of our postgraduate masters taught degrees, taught masters have been reduced from 6.5 to 5 to 6.
6. Okay, that's good news.
Yeah. And in fact, whilst we're on this subject, Hari, if any of your counselors, have students who applied for a master's program, but were given a conditional offer on IELTS 6.5, just please send me a list of.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Bani, please make a note this one, because now the IELTS is 6, not less than 5.5.
The only instance where we have not changed the IELTS requirements are for our clinical programs.
Clinical is the pre-registration one, isn't it?
Well, they are in fact 7, I think.
7, yeah.
Because they are regulated programs by the relevant professional medical council, so we can't reduce the IELTS. But many programs, many of our master's programs have had their IELTS reduced from 6.5 to 6. And I think there are some that I've come across which I've asked my colleagues at the university to reissue an offer removing the IELTS or accepting the existing IELTS 6. Yes. Coming back to this question, if now I can't, okay, 5.5 overall, we do have a pre-session program. If an application is made as quickly as possible, I will get my English language, department to write to you directly. We are currently doing online English pre-session classes. But the first thing is make an application with your existing IELTS. Unless, of course, you've got a 2 point, if you've got a 2.8 in your 12 standard and professional background, work references and all that post completion of your first degree, because I know you've completed that in 2018, so that's about 2 years ago. I presume you would have had some work experience. In fact, Hari, what I suggest is see if you can get the academic details of, I think, what's the name of the?
Sima. I'll check. I'll ask Bani. Could you please send me the documents? Okay, Usha and Bani, please check that one. If like Sima has no gap on her studies, okay, and we may gonna like work the IELTS as well. Raji, you are saying that one, isn't it?
It doesn't matter if there's a gap as long as she's got, she must have done something,
2
post,
years.
Yes. Yeah. So I need the 10th, I need the 12th, the existing IELTS, and the provisional certificate from Tribhuvan University and the academic transcript.
Yeah.
Preferably, if she's got a CV as well, send those documents to me. I will immediately have a look at it, and I will tell you whether. Well, I'll ask you to then submit an application.
Okay.
That's all right.
And Raji, regarding the IELTS that you mentioned, is it also for masters?
Yes.
6.
Yes.
Masters. Okay.
Now we have a similar IELTS for masters and UG now.
Most of them, yes. Most of them, yes.
Yeah, except like clinical one.
Clinical studies, I think the LLM is still at 7, in fact. But the other programs, the MBA, the MSc in management, accounting and financial management, systems engineering, psychology, education, masters, they're all reduced from 6.5 to 6.
Okay, so any of our students who have got that condition, we can send that list to you and.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Send that across.
And then we go.
Okay. Okay, having said that, I will take in the last question for today. So that will be by Damodar. And Damodar has completed his 10+2 on 2018 with 45.6% and is planning to do Duolingo English test. He wants to know if he can apply for a foundation course with that percentage, 45.6.
Okay. We have a 4-year degree for those whose CGPA in the 12th standard is below 2.4. Now 45.6%, that is less than 50%.
He wanted to know if he can apply for a foundation.
Yeah, 2018 foundation. Yeah, this one I will need to think a little bit. Again, see if you can get me the documents on this particular. Okay, and we do accept Duolingo. Duolingo, we accept. The IELTS equivalent is 100, and 6.5 equivalent is 110.
And yeah.
Okay. Regarding Seema, I think she has received a 62% in year 12 and completed her bachelor's in.
Yeah, and whatever the English subjects marks on 12.
Yeah, I think 62% is below 2.8 CGPA.
That's 2.4.
Yeah, she'll need 70%. So, okay, with Seema, what we do is make an application. Now, I'm assuming, it's 62% in English, so I can't use that. Submit an application. I will try and get an offer out quickly. And then I will get, my pre-session English department to contact her directly. We are doing an online pre-session. She only needs, she's only away, 0.5 point, away from the requirement. So if an application is submitted quickly, we can put her onto our pre-session English program for September.
Okay, sure. Okay, so having said that, we have come to the end of today's question. The questions by the students also, they were very to the point as well, because lots of the queries were regarding the payments, and most of them was regarding the university making arrangement for after during this COVID situation. So thank you so much, students here in Zoom and also in Facebook, for providing us these questions. And as I always say, that this is our main intention, is to keep you updated with the universities, what they're planning to do. So before you leave, Raji, I would like to request Kedar sir to put in some of the closing notes before I end the session for today. So Kedar sir, good to see you, Kedar sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So first of all, I would like to thank Raji for having the wonderful webinar with us. So thank you for giving your invaluable time. So the session was really informative, and your session, as always, it will be a blend of information, updates, and more of the intellectual remarks as well. So it's good to be the part of your webinar. So as always, we wish to have a great support from you. Like in previous seasons, your support will enable us for having great seasons ahead. So talking about Bolton, as Raji and Utsa in her beginning slides presented, it's one of the university offering diverse course located in prime location, and the student satisfaction rate of Bolton is very, let's say, high rate. Tuition fees affordable, entry requirements are friendly to us, even English tests are waived. If you have some certain other criterias, you should not be doing IELTS. So the good point of Bolton at this point is they're offering even charter flight, even if from India. So it's good to know for all Nepalese students who are planning to apply for September intake. Their concern at this point is whether Nepal government will start international flights or not. But as per Raji's announcement, so it's easier to fly from India as well. So if you are planning to apply for September intake, and if your choice is Bolton University, please do not delay. There are some certain procedures for your offer, for your credibility check, and for your cash. So first of all, think for your course, your university, have some proper research, do some interaction with our university representative, which we are organizing regular webinar, and decide, so that your decision will be a perfect decisions. While making decisions, do not go after the rumors and let's say fake news. Lots of rumors are there in the market regarding COVID, regarding post-COVID situations in the UK, regarding job cards. Please be updated specifically by those who are in the UK right now, by those who are concerned to the universities. So there are some positive news. BFS in India are being opened shortly. Hopefully they have, I think they have already announced from July 6th, they will be opened, certain BFS. Majority of the government and other bank offices in Nepal are open as well. So it will be easier for you to submit offer condition documents. Please do not delay for that. If you are planning to do for undergraduate course, so your gap will be longer, so do it now. So one good decision, I think our Ministry of Education, it has announced NOC will be open soon, but it has not come into effect yet. We will be updating you regarding this. So another good news, Bizz Education Nepal has started to run from its office. For a couple of weeks, we are working from home. Now you can come to see us in our office, get your queries and concerns cleared from us individually as well, in person. So our UK office will open soon as well. We'll update you regarding that. Please keep on seeing our Facebook page, keep on, let's say, being updated with our website as well. So for the same, is to bring you the latest update, to bring you the latest, let's say, changes. We have been organizing different fairs to help you on your university choice, course selections, and different things. We have the entire month of, let's say, we have our fair in the month of May, June, and we have started for July as well. Please make your decision, proper one. So do some research, keep on updated yourself, and please feel free to ask, interact with Bizz Nepal team, Bizz UK team. We are happy to help you physically, virtually as well. So ultimately, we are doing all these things, virtual fair-like things for your information. So please take the advantage of these things. So finally, Raji, thank you for your invaluable time and support. So we expect the same in future as well. Thank you very much. Stay safe all.
Thank you. It's been a privilege, and I look forward to chatting with you again anytime that you want me to have a chat with all your students. So I will take leave now. I have another webinar to attend in 10 minutes. So look after yourself, keep safe and well. And of course, I'm always in touch with Hari. So, you can call me, send an email. I will try and respond as quickly as possible. Keep safe and well, and we will catch up soon.
Yeah, thank you, Raji. Thanks for coming.
Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Take care, Raji. Take care. Bye-bye.
So that brings us to the end of this session. Will we have additional session, Kedar sir? Or we will end it for today. We'll have another, okay, so we will have a short 2-minute session with Hari sir. Hari sir?
Yeah, if any student wants to ask any question, तपाईहरुलाई कुनै पनि क्वेशन छ भने प्लिज आस्क. किन मैले यहाँ चाहिँ हाम्रो अब बोल्टनमा जाने हुने अब सेप्टेम्बर आउने विद्यार्थीहरु पनि हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई हैन. तपाईहरुलाई के क्वेशन छ भने चाहिँ प्लिज आस्क नाउ है. अब हामीसँग 2 मिनेट मात्र बाँकी छ किनभने नाउ वी हैव टु गो ब्याक एन्ड वर्क एज वेल. है हामी किन युकेमा पनि अफिस रन भइरहेको छ है. सो तपाईहरुलाई कुनै कुराहरु छ भने चाहिँ प्लिज आस्क नाउ. वी हैव ओन्ली 5 मिनेट्स देन हामी चाहिँ र्याप अप गर्छौं आजको लागि. Bani, is there any our student here?
Yes, sir. I think Viras was there.
Okay, that's all right. So, yeah, अनि सर एकजना एउटा क्वेशन के आएको छ भने लाइक रिगार्डिङ अब युके मा चाहिँ कसरी चाहिँ युनिभर्सिटीहरुले चाहिँ अब सेटल गर्दैछ भन्ने कुराहरु आएको थियो हैन. अब त्यसको लागि चाहिँ राज्यले भनिहाल्नु भयो हैन. युनिभर्सिटी अफ बोल्टनले चाहिँ एउटा सिस्टम बनाएको छ हैन. विद्यार्थीलाई चाहिँ कसरी पढाउने भनेरको लागि है. हामीले पहिलाको भिडियोहरु पनि देख्यौं. सो अनि क्वारेन्टाइनको लागि पनि 14 डेज क्वारेन्टाइनमा राख्न चाहिँ युनिभर्सिटी अफ बोल्टनले नै पैसा पे गर्छु भनेको छ. ओके, सो देयर इज नो एक्स्ट्रा कस्ट फर स्टुडेन्ट एज वेल है. अब सम गुड चेन्जेसहरु आएको छ. अब युनिभर्सिटी बोल्टनमा कसैको पेन्डिङ अफर छ भने चाहिँ प्लिज कम्प्लिट दैट वन एएसएपी. मैले लास्ट टाइम पनि भनिसके. अब चाहिँ हामीसँग त्यति धेरै टाइम बाँकी छैन है सेप्टेम्बरको लागि है. अब जनवरीको लागि चाहिँ कुन चाहिँ कोर्स आउँछ मैले भन्न सक्दिन है I'm not going to give you guarantee थिङ केही पनि म दिन सक्दिनँ मैले अनि जुनको लास्टमा जुलाईको फर्स्टमा चाहिँ सेप्टेम्बर हुन्छ हुँदैन भन्ने थिएँ मलाई आज धेरैले सोध्नु भएको छ सेप्टेम्बर इज ह्यापनिङ गाइज हरेक युनिभर्सिटीले सेप्टेम्बरको कोर्स सुरु गर्दैछ पहिला चाहिँ कोर्स सुरु गर्ने कि नगर्ने कन्फर्म थिएन कि सेप्टेम्बर सुरु गर्ने कि जनवरी सार्ने भन्ने कुरा थियो युनिभर्सिटीमा बट बिज एजुकेसनले गर्ने 99 युनिभर्सिटीहरूले 99% युनिभर्सिटीहरूले सेप्टेम्बर स्टार्ट गर्दैछ ओके अब भलै त्यो चाहिँ भोलि दुईटा मोडुलबाट गर्दैछ या एउटा मोडुलबाट हैन देयर आर लट्स अफ रुमर्स केदार सरले भनेछ देयर आर लट्स अफ रुमर्स कलेज बन्द हुँदैछ युनिभर्सिटी बन्द हुँदैछ कलेज र युनिभर्सिटी नेपालमा बसेको मान्छेहरूले बन्द गर्ने होइन र कलेज र युनिभर्सिटी हाम्रो विशेषज्ञहरूले बन्द गर्ने होइन है यहाँको चाहिँ रुल हुन्छ कुनै पनि विश्वविद्यालयको 10% भन्दा तल भिजा रिफ्युजल छ भने चाहिँ उनीहरुको लाइसेन्स स्टे हुन्छ 10% भन्दा माथि छ भने चाहिँ उनीहरुको भिजा उनीहरुको चाहिँ लाइसेन्स खारेज हुन्छ है and I am happy to say मेरो कुनै पनि युनिभर्सिटी मैले गर्ने युनिभर्सिटीको मलाई रेकर्ड ल्याएर दिन सक्नुहुन्छ मैले गर्ने युनिभर्सिटीको भिजा रिफ्युजल 5% भन्दा माथि कसैको पनि छैन ओके बी सेफ अन बीच साइड इट्स माय ग्यारेन्टी गाइज आई एम वर्किङ विथ दिस म यो एजुकेसन फिल्डमा 14 वर्ष भयो काम गरेको इट्स माय ग्यारेन्टी एन्ड आई एम द ब्रिटिश काउन्सिल सर्टिफाइड एजेन्ट गाइड म युके मा अफिस छ मेरो ओके So because any trouble भयो भने you guys contact with me first okay rather than university अहिले पनि मेरो विद्यार्थीहरु त्यही गरिरहनु भएको छ हैन सो मैले भन्न खोजेको रुमर्सहरु चलिरहन्छ तर विद्यार्थीहरुले आफ्नो डिसाइड गरिसकेपछि धेरै मन नडुलाउनु ओके if you think you are going for second options Bizz Education is not your place guys right place किन भन्दाखेरि we are always believe on the quality counseling है हामीले क्वालिटी काउन्सिलिङ दिनला तपाईहरुलाई हाम्रो कुराहरु बोर लाग्छ होला हाम्रो कुरा तितो लाग्छ होला के तर एउटा कुरा के बुझ्नुपर्छ यथार्थ तितो नै हुन्छ के है सो द्याट्स व्हाई मैले भने रुमर्सको पछाडी नलागौं ओके युनिभर्सिटीहरु चुज गरौं आफूले चुज गरौं है गाउँ शहर भन्ने कुराहरु भोलि यहाँ आएपछि थाहा हुन्छ हैन र गाउँ शहर भन्ने मान्छेहरु नै गाउँ शहरमा बसिरहेछन् हैन र सो यु गोना नो दिस थिंग्स वन्स यु कम हियर हैन र शहर गाउँ केही पनि हुँदैन ओके मैले भने नि अहिले म जहाँ बसिरहेको छु त्यहाँ चाहिँ लन्डनबाट मान्छेहरु काम गर्न आइरा छ के भन्ने मैले लन्डनमा काम नभएर चाहिँ यहाँ काम छ भन्ने त होइन नि त उसको स्किल यहाँ बिग्दो रहेछ नि त हैन आफ्नो स्किल जहाँ छ त्यहाँ बिकिन्छ गाइस हैन सो प्लिज मेक श्योर अब नेपालबाट आएको विद्यार्थीहरुमा स्किल चाहिँ एकदमै कम हुन्छ एकदम कम हुने भइसकेपछि हामीले चाहिँ अब यहाँ आउँदा चाहिँ के सस्टेन गर्नुपर्छ गर्नलाई के गर्नुपर्छ भन्दाखेरि आफू बलियो भएर आउनुपर्छ नि त हैन र सो युनिभर्सिटी 2000 एक्स्ट्रा स्कलरशिप दिएछ भने यु नीड टु ask your parents to get that money for yourself to come here है त्यो पैसाले चाहिँ यहाँ र 2-3 महिना चाहिँ आफुलाई सस्टेन हुन सकिन्छ ओके सो त्यसरी आउनु र आफ्नो स्किल डेभलप हुने चेज गरेर आउनुस् अनि we are here to help है हामी फुल फंक्सनमा काम गरिरहेका छौं मैले भनिसके नि 20-25 जनाको अब क्याश लेटर अर्को हप्ताबाट सुरु हुँदैछ आउँदैछ अब हामी भिजा अप्लाई गर्ने सोचमा छौं द फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्भिस हुन्छ अब बिज एजुकेसनमा पनि है अब हामी पनि अब एप्लिकेसनहरु होल्ड गरेर चाहिँ राख्नेमा छैनौं किन भन्दाखेरि हामीसँग लिमिटेड रिसोर्स छ धेरै एप्लिकेसन छ है सो गाइज मलाई थ्यांक यू लाइक जसले चाहिँ व्हाट्सएपमा मलाई मेसेज गरिरहनु भएको छ मलाई फेसबुकमा मेसेज गरिरहनु भएको छ क्वेरीज गरिरहनु भएको छ आई एम रियली थ्याङ्कफुल गाइज मैले आजको दिनसम्म हैन सबै तपाईहरुलाई काउन्सिलिङ गर्न सके बट नाउ वी आर स्टार्टिङ आवर अफिस मेरो स्टार्ट अफिस भइसकेपछि चाहिँ वी गोना बी मोर बिजी इन आवर ओन अफिस एज वेल है सो म त्यसरी फ्रिक्वेन्ट तपाईहरुलाई रिप्लाई दिन सक्दिन सो माई नेपाल अफिस इज योर मेन कन्ट्याक्ट है नेपाल अफिसमा कुरा गर्नुस् अनि त्यहाँबाट सल्भ भएन भने चाहिँ प्लिज कम टु मी हैन र मेरो नेपाल अफिस चाहिँ 100% काम गर्नलाई सक्षम छ है किनभने दे प्रूभ लास्ट इयर बिकज वी डोन्ट हैव अ सिंगल भिजा रिफ्युजल फ्रम नेपाल हैन सो प्लिज गाइज मेक अ एप्लिकेसन मेक अ प्रोसेस इफ यु नीड एनी हेल्प वी आर अलवेज हियर टु हेल्प यु हैन सो त्यही नै उषा मेरो क्लोजिङ रिमार्क्स हैन त्यसपछि हुन्छ नि आई रियली से थ्यांक यू टु केदार एज वेल जसरी केदारले चाहिँ काउन्सिलिङ गरिरहनु भएको छ र मेरो नेपाल टिम है लेट्स गो इन अ पोजिटिभ नोट है
Thank you so much, Ari sir. Thank you so much, Kedar sir, and everyone watching us in Facebook and Zoom. We'll have another session with another university in July 3rd. That'll be after 2 days. So we hope to see you all then. Till then, have a nice rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.